try to make it either a good bill or at least not as bad a bill as it would have been had it been just all Democrats working on it, and that the Republican House would try to make it better. I think that's what Marco Rubio and some of his supporters say. Other people say that he was just bamboozled by Chuck Schumer. Whatever position you want to take on that, that's fine. What I do find amazing, and a lot of the people who commented on my articles have said, well, this means that Marco Rubio is he's a rhino. You know, he's no different than Hillary Clinton if he got any deal left from a Republican. And what I find astonishing is how people on the right, whatever you may think of his view on amnesty, completely disregard the fact that this guy gets a 100% rating from Americans for Prosperity, Concerned Women for America, the National Right to Life Committee, the American Security Council, FreedomWorks, Competitive Enterprise Institute, National Tax Limitation Committee. I mean, you go down the list of these very, very solid conservative groups, and they give him 100% ratings. And then you look at the American Federation of Teachers, the National Education Association, NARAL, pro-choice. He gets zeros from these people. So maybe he's not where people want him to be on amnesty, but this guy is a solid conservative on every other issue, and that's something that I'd be taking into consideration rather than just dismissing him as, you know, the ghost of Arlen Specter or the reincarnation.
Now, I'm sure that they're
Bob Dole or something like that.
Now, people who say that, and I think it's really wrong to call him a rhino. But people who say that, are they among the mainstream Republican commentators, or are these just comments by individuals on websites?
I think it's closer to the latter, but I'm not talking about 2 or 3 comments. I mean, I normally get somewhere from 7,500 comments on most of my pieces.
Well, if he's a rhino, then what is Donald Trump? Donald Trump has no conservative background.
Yeah. I mean, Donald Trump is conservative on about half the things he says and pretty left-wing on the other half, and it's very inconsistent. I mean, it kind of goes from one issue to the next. There doesn't seem to be any solid, coherent philosophy to Donald Trump. It just kind of goes either one issue to the next or, you know, 1 year to the next.
Other than personalities, and they're very different, but other than personality, what are the big differences, if any, between Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio?
I think presentation to a degree. They're both very, very well spoken. I mean, they're both incredibly solidly articulate men. I think that Cruz comes across as maybe a little bit too well spoken, perhaps almost like he's got these tapes in his head that, you know, hit the button and out pops the speech on whatever that topic is. I think that one clear difference between the two is how they've been able to operate in the Senate. Rubio has managed to get Democrats to support his positions on things like a bill to tighten up the sanctions against Venezuela, another one to tighten up and increase sanctions on any banks or financial outfits that do business with Hezbollah. He also got signed into law this measure, which basically I think is like the thumbtack that is going to deflate the tire of Obama.